Welcome. In today's video, I want to talk to you about the Tarot de Marseille. As you can see, the scholars, the historians, have divided this type of deck, the Marseille Tarot, in two different types. And that was what we are going to talk about today. What makes one deck be part of the tradition of type 1, and what makes a tarot be classified as type 2 in Tarot de Marseille. Nowadays the door is open for a type 3, but that's still in the first stages, so I'm not going to talk about that today. Maybe in another video, I don't know, maybe in the future. But right now I'm going to concentrate on what we have nowadays, type 1 and type 2, and what makes one deck be one part of one type or the other. And that classification is made according to certain elements in certain cards. And that's what we are going to see. We're going to check the most ancient type 1 that have arrived to our days, which is this one, the Jean Noblet, the Tarot de Marseille by Jean Noblet. This is the restoration by Jean Claude Flornoy. Is from the decade of 1650, more or less, so quite young. And this is the most ancient type 2, the Tarot by Pierre Madenié from 1709, 80 years before the French Revolution. This one is the restored version by Yves Reynaud. And I also have here a third deck, which is the Spanish Tarot by Fournier, which is a hybrid, a mixture of both. This deck, it says here, is based on a classic tarot from 1736, but there are people who also say that it's based, it's based on an Italian tarot from 1830s, more or less. I don't know which will be the most accurate information. But what is really true is that this deck is a mixture, a hybrid of these two types. Let's see. The first card is the Emperor. Not just because the different orientations, this one that in type 1 is looking to the future, this one type 2 is looking to the past, to the left, but it's just because this deck, the Jean Noblet, is an exception within the exceptions. Normally, type 2 is like this. We have also a past-facing Emperor looking to the left, but you see this 4. Despite of having the Roman numerals, as in all major arcana, in type 1 we have an Arabic number 4 in front of the face of the Emperor. So that's one of the difference, this 4. Or in this case, as I was telling you, in the Jean Noblet, there's no number 4, but it's looking in the opposite direction. As I'm telling you, this is an exception within the exception of the type 1. And what we've got in the Spanish Tarot, well, there is no number 4 here, so this is a type 2. Okay, this is a type 2 card. I'll leave it here. The next card is the Pope. The difference, you can see that it's very similar. The difference is here. You see? This one has a triple cross. Type 1 doesn't have it like that. So if you have a deck with a triple cross, it's a type 2. If it doesn't have a triple cross, it's a type 1. The Spanish Tarot doesn't have a triple cross. Therefore, it's a type 1. With a type 1. Okay. The next one is the Lover. And the difference here is in the angel, in the cherub, in the fact of the different directions and also the bandage eyes. You see? In the Spanish tarot, you see it's very similar to the type 2. It's almost identical. So this one, in this case, this card from the Spanish tarot would be a type 2. The next card is the Chariot. Chariot in type 1, Chariot in type 2. The name is different, but the main difference is here. You see the different types of curtains? That makes the difference in this card for type 1 or type 2. The Spanish tarot has the same as type 1. So in this card would match with the type 1 decks. Justice is the next one. In this case, the difference or the point to classify one deck as a type 1 or a type 2 is here. You see, in type 2, the woman of justice is sitting on a throne, while in type 1, the throne looks rather like the wings of an angel. Why? Because in Asian representations, the most Asian one that I have found is in a small church in Italy. This is the representation of the Archangel Saint Michael with the scales, the wings, and the sword. So apart from justice, this could also be Saint Michael. You see the difference, right? Type 1, an angel. Type 2, a throne, justice. What do we have in the Spanish tarot? Wings. So therefore, it's a type 1. The next one is the Hanged Man. First we have this difference. You see? It's written reversed. And the other one, we have to turn the camera around to see it. In type 1, in type 1, the hands come from behind, and the person here is showing his tongue. While in type 2, the hands are in the back, we don't see them, and the dog is inside the mouth. What do we have in the Spanish tarot? We see, more or less, we see the hands, which is upwards or downwards, if you prefer, as it is reversed, and he's showing his tongue. So this would be a type 1. So type 1 here, like this. Next is the devil, the card of the devil. And where do we find the difference here? In the belly. In type 1, we have a face in the belly. In type 2, it's just the bare belly. There's no face here. What do we have in the Spanish tarot? We have a face. Therefore, type 1. This one is a bit tricky. The next card is the Tower, the Maison Dieu, the house god. No, the house of God. The house god, right? The difference that is important, just a little detail. What do we have here? The flames in type 1 are coming out from the tower, you see? The flames go out. In type 2, the thunder comes from the sun, from this sphere here, and goes into the tower. Out from the tower, into the tower. That makes the difference. What do we have in the Spanish tarot? Sorry. We have a lower branch, which comes more or less from the tower. So it will be more like a type 1 rather than a type 2. You see, it's quite different from type 2. is closer to type 1. So type 1 again for the Spanish tarot. The moon is the next card where we can find difference between both types. And this difference is here, the face of the moon. In type 1 we see the full face, while in the type 2 it's just a lateral side view of the face. You see, right? What do we have in the Spanish tarot? Full face, full moon, type 1. And now we get to the world. Where is the difference here? How do we know if one card is from type 1 or type 2? Let's get it closer. Sorry, yeah, like this. You see this woman is holding a cape behind her, while in type 2 there is no cape, there's just this band covering part of her body, while here we have a cape. What do we have in the Spanish tarot? A cape. Different, yes, but a cape, therefore another type 1. And finally, this one is just about words, the ancient French. As we're talking about the 17th, 18th century, the written French was still not fully fixed, so there could be different typings according to the person who created the wood blocks to make the deck. But in this particular case, we do have a difference. In type 1 we have le fou, in type 2 we have le mat. Le fou, le mat, that's the difference. In the Spanish tarot we have the word in Spanish, el loco, and in English, the fool. All major arcana have both names also in English on top, you see. So this wouldn't be a type 1 or 2 in the Spanish tarot, but that's what makes the difference in the rest of the decks, the word fou or the word mat. And the same happens with the knights. In the Spanish tarot we have just the word in Spanish, caballo, horse, because I don't know why we don't call them knight, we call them horse, in this case the horse of cups, while the rest of the decks, type 1, type 2, the word is chevalier, just a second, there, chevalier, chevalier de denier, chevalier de coupe, chevalier d'épée, chevalier de bâton, and in the type 2 what we have is the change from chevalier in type 1 to cavalier in type 2. You see, cavalier, chevalier, cavalier de denier, de coupe, d'épée, de bâton. Those are the difference, and that's what makes one deck to be a type 1, like the Noblet, or the Dodal, or the Payen, or a type 2, like the Madenié, the Convert, which is the most famous one, and, well, most of them, really. What happens with the Spanish tarot? That we have two cards, the Emperor and the Lover, as the type 2, and the rest of the cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 6, 7, 8, right? Those. Yes, 8 cards of type 1. A hybrid, as I told you before. Well, now you know how to separate, or how to know if one Marseille deck is type 1 or type 2. That's all. Simple. Thank you for your attention, and see you next time. Bye bye.